We welcome in Ralph Vacchiano for more on the Darrelle Revis incident, we shall call it. Ralph, there's kind of a bit of confusion right now as to what's factual, what happened, what both sides are saying. So what exactly do we know?
Well, right now, all we know is what's been in the criminal complaint, which was available from the Pittsburgh police, and that's that Darrelle Revis was involved in this incident where a couple of guys came up to him and said, "Are you Darrelle Revis?" And at some point, he got angry. There's apparently a cell phone video where he says, "Why are you following me?" And the things escalate a little bit. After that, we don't know what happened, except two guys ended up knocked out. They fingered Darrelle Revis as a guy who was there, but they couldn't say for sure if he hit them. And other than that, there are a lot of holes in this story and a lot of mysteries that we haven't really gotten to the bottom of yet.
Now, of course, as these things go, what happens off the field has a way of affecting you on the field. And there's a report that these legal happenings could potentially void his contract. So what would have to take place for that to happen?
Well, a lot, and it's not very likely that something like that would happen. But there is language in his contract that says that the Jets, who owe him $6 million in guaranteed salary for 2017, could get out of that if he's suspended by the NFL or, and if this is really vague, if there's anything he does that reflects poorly on the Jets, and it's basically their judgment. The problem with that is if the Jets choose to go after him for that, Darrelle Revis at the moment could just say, "I was walking down the street and two people attacked me." It would basically start a long legal fight. Also, the NFL is not likely to suspend him before free agency starts, and the Jets need to make a decision by then. So it seems unlikely that they would go after the $6 million, because even if they tried, the NFL Players Association would make sure they got their lawyers involved and would drag this out for years.
Now, of course, Twitter went into an absolute firestorm.
As it always does.
Yes, when this news drops. And as somebody, I'm curious, you're very close to the team. You have spoken to Revis on multiple occasions. What were your first impressions when you saw this story?
Well, I was surprised because it's not like Darrelle Revis. And I think that everybody who's watched the Jets the last couple of seasons understands that something has been wrong with Darrelle Revis. Obviously, his play has declined. He showed up to camp out of shape. He talked about how he's willing to switch another position. His wrist has bothered him. A lot of excuse making that was very unlike him. But at no point did we see him do anything violent or criminal. It's out of character. And, I wondered why this would happen, if what there's to this story that we don't know yet. But it does not seem like the Darrelle Revis that everybody has gotten to know over what has been a Hall of Fame career for the most part.
I mean, I guess one of the more pressing questions is, will we see him back on the field with the Jets next season? It's
hard to believe that we will because of the money that he's owed. He has a $2 million roster bonus due on March 11th. He's committed to, in salary cap and salary, about $15 million if the Jets bring him back. They need cap space. They can clear about $9 million by cutting him. Given his declining skills, his age, that expense, and now you add this on top of it, it just sounds like he's going to be more trouble than he's worth financially, personally. I think the Jets know that it's probably time to move on.
Definitely very, very bad timing. But thank you for your time, Ralph.
My pleasure.